Hey, this is Ron and
Hey, Alan.
Al, and we wanted to just give a little update on how things are going with moving to the cloud. So, I know when we last left it, we were both using Gladinet, and we
Yes.
moved everything over.
Yes.
I was talking Windows SkyDrive, and I had everything there. You went Google Docs.
Yes.
I've moved everything to Google Docs myself.
Yeah.
I feel
yeah.
guilty. You know what it was that made me go to Google Docs? I couldn't figure out the navigation in SkyDrive. Half my stuff was under Office Docs, half the stuff was under SkyDrive, and then it didn't have a natural folder setting like Windows Explorer does, which Google Docs does.
I don't know about that, but from my point of view, I didn't see that. But from my point of view, we were pretty clear at the time that it had to be Google and Microsoft.
Yes.
Since then, I've downloaded an app called SugarSync, because what Gladinet didn't offer was synchronizing folders, right?
Yes. Now, you know what's actually interesting? I'm reading The 4-Hour Workweek right now by Tim Ferriss, and he talks about SugarSync. So it was interesting that you're using SugarSync.
Yeah. Well, it has everything. It's got the lot. It synchronizes you. It's reasonably inexpensive-ish, and offers synchronizing folders and space to put things on the cloud. So actually, it's a little bit of a more complete solution than Gladinet right now.
Right. So the synchronization thing is driving me nuts because moving everything to Google Docs has changed my work style. I now first go to Google Docs, copy a file out of there with Gladinet, I copy it to my desktop, I work on my file. When I finished with my file on my local desktop, I then put a copy of it in a folder on my local machine, and then I move a copy up to the cloud. And it drives me crazy, like which one's the latest version, but I'm forcing myself to say Google Docs is the master. I always go there, I pull down a copy. If there was synchronization, this would just solve everything.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And so SugarSync did that, but then do you trust SugarSync? It's not Google or Microsoft,
It's not Google or Microsoft, but what I've done, I kind of decided that, hey, you've got to trust these people until they get it wrong, right? But a little bit of a side effect of that is that it's now Wednesday afternoon, and I started synchronizing my files last Monday afternoon.
So it's not, so speed's an issue, and you didn't have that speed issue with Gladinet.
I don't know, most people maybe don't have too much of an issue with waiting 2 weeks, but
no, that's an issue.
It's
That's
too
an
much
issue.
for
I
me.
never had that issue with Gladinet. I moved roughly 60 gigs worth of data up to the cloud, and I did it in 3 days. So there's no reason it should be taking that long.
I did all my 60, 70 gigs in about 3 days with Gladinet.
So there's an issue
I
with
think
SugarSync.
it's Google's servers and Microsoft servers as opposed to SugarSync.
SugarSync servers.
Because that's the difference with SugarSync. You're not using Google and you're not using Microsoft.
Okay.
You're using their own.
And hey, the one thing we wanted to leave it on was we went to the Gladinet website, and that's the product we've been loving, and they now have synchronization, folder synchronization.
They do. We can't really say too much about that yet because
It's beta.
it's in beta. Yeah.
Okay, great.
But if that delivers, then that might be the one.
Right. So I'm dying to put Gladinet on with folder synchronization. The upgrade path apparently is not too good because you need a new serial number. That aside,
It kind of knocked my copy isn't working anymore.
Oh no. Well, that aside, there isn't a Mac version yet, so I'm dying for Gladinet to have a Mac version. So folder sync, great, we'll get that up, and then Mac version next, and I'm happy.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. We'll keep everyone up to date with how going device agnostic and moving to the cloud goes. See ya. Oh, hey, Al, where can people find you on the web?
Here.
and I'm at Knowledge Tech and RonDeGiusti.com. Good. Thanks.